Guys, it's May 8th at 5 p.m. in Los Angeles, California. And today, it's not so good. It could always be worse, and it could always be better. But it is what it is. And I'm accepting that. I accept... Did I take my medication today? I think I did. Maybe. I did. I just for a minute slipped, but sometimes I have to go through my day again just to make sure that I took my meds. So, I have a headache, that's probably why, but I need to take some ibuprofen for that, right? That's what that stuff's for. So, yeah, yesterday wasn't very good, got in a fight with my family, but handled it with a lot of sanity. I don't know. I didn't rage or anything like that. I wasn't getting crazy up in there. I just stepped away from it, like a healthy person would. I'm doing really well with my eating disorder. Make sure that I have my meals each day. Sometimes I'm a little resistant, but for the most part, I know I'm doing it for my health, and I'm doing it for the real beauty, which isn't on the inside all the time. I do think that since I've gained more weight since my eating disorder was at full swing, that I look a lot more attractive, that I'm much more beautiful on the outside, because I think my insides were always very beautiful. It's just unfortunate that I tied physical appearance with inner appearance, and it just got completely construed, and I didn't know what from which that I liked about myself and all that jazz. So, today is just a little sad because I found a USB port that has an old memory on it. I found it yesterday. And I've just been hitting replay on it for the last day and a half. And I've been crying over it. And I'm not going to really talk about what's on it because that's pretty personal. But, of course, I'm on YouTube talking about my personal life. So you would expect me to tell you. But I'm just, for my own sake, I'm reminding myself. I literally tore apart my room to find this because I had this, inner calling, literally just reminded me of this, what's on this drive. And I just had to find it. And I finally found it because I thought it was like a lost cause. But, I called out to the gods to send it to me. And here it is in my hand. And the memory is completely and utterly etched in my brain. And it's not like it wasn't there before. But now I have visual proof of what it is that I miss the most. And it's being in love. I guess I can't say that I miss it because I do believe I'm still in love. And I love deeply and truly. And it's just unrequited at this point because I fucked up so much. And it's hard not living in the past. I'm trying to really learn that living in the past gets me nowhere. Living with regret does nothing for me. Actually, I'm reading this book right now, and it's called This Is How, Surviving What You Think You Can't. I never buy self-help books. As much as I need self-help, I never buy them. But this was by Augustin Burroughs, and he's one of my favorite authors. He wrote Running with Scissors, which is probably one of his most famous books, and then Dry. And they're all, and he also wrote, Wolf at the Table. They're all autobiographies, and they're brilliant. But actually, this reminded me of it. That I was just talking about something. And, regret. There's a whole chapter on regret. And he says, regret is like a diamond. It's forever. Once you have entered a state of regret, you do not leave it. Because, that's, you have a regretful? Yeah. Experience, and you have to live in regret to be able to better yourself. If you're going to live in regret, you do it so that it drives you to do new things. So it's like you can use regret to fuel learning so that you do not repeat mistakes. You can use it to fuel art so that you spend a great deal of time examining regret and you come to learn its particular pain and fit yourself around it. So perhaps sometimes you hardly notice it at all. Regret can power your telescope, changing what you see. So, of course, like, regret lives in me, hoping that maybe I could change things in the past, or just running around in my mind, trying to see what I could have done better, or erase what I did wrong, and hope that I'm lucky enough to get back what I think I deserve now. I didn't think I deserved it back then. I didn't deserve the love of another person, but now I think I do, and it's always funny how you come to recognize these things after people are gone. Just like, what's the saying? How does it go? Like, you don't miss it till it's gone. Exactly. So that's how I'm feeling, and that's how I've been feeling. And actually, I kind of knew what was going to happen because my past is so construed with like a million things that I don't like expressing to people. Like, I want this stuff to be erased, and when I love someone, I don't want to open up with how fucked up my past is. So, that's why I lost the person I love the most in my life, is because I didn't express fully my past. And when I think back on my past, I don't know if I could admit that it was as awful as it was, because the only reason I say that now is because I don't dwell. I accept it as part of me, whereas when I was at my worst, there was no way that I wanted to even believe that the things that happened to me and the things that I did were real. And that's why I lived in a state of denial with the person that I loved and wanted to hide that as much as possible, thinking that I could get away with it. But instead, it pushed him so far away. It pushed him off the edge. Like, he just couldn't bear it anymore because he couldn't trust me. The thing is that there was a reason why I wanted to not tell him those parts of my life, is because I thought that, one, at first, he wouldn't believe me. He wouldn't believe the stories that I had been through. Or that I got to know him right away, and, these kinds of things that happen in your past, you don't want to open up to just anyone. He was a stranger to me. And eventually, when I felt comfortable enough and fell in love with him, I thought that the part of my past that I was hiding, that if I exposed it, he would stop loving me. So I screwed up a lot. And I'm willing to forgive myself, and he's not willing to forgive me, and it breaks my heart. It still breaks my heart. And now I have proof of how much it breaks my heart that I did that. Yeah. And so I'm sad. But I'll go to work today, and I'll work my ass off, and the people there will make me happy in the moment. And I can just feel what I feel moment to moment. And being sad isn't a bad thing. Being joyful isn't a bad thing either. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening. Bye.